Mechanic here. I mostly work on older vehicles like early 2000s and older. I was working on a 2013 Grand Caravan to replace a timing chain guide and everything was going good until I tried to start it. Well, the timing was slightly off and I didn't know the sensors for the valve train had to be reset. Well, I got it put together and tried starting. No start. Gave it back to the customer on a tow truck and told them to take it to a different shop. Bent valves, off time and messed up cylinder heads is the damage. I didn't take any payment and I told them that I would cover the cost of any repairs as any honest mechanic should, but I didn't realize the extent of the damage and now I have to make it right and pay $4,138 to get it fixed properly from a different shop. Thankfully the customer was civil about it and will hopefully not put any bad on my name, but yeah, I messed up and now I have to pay for my mess up. TL. Dr. Tifu in took on a job I couldn't do so now I have to pay someone else to fix my mess up. So my original post blew up because, well, I am an idiot. Called the girl who ghosted me www.reddit.com web link. TL. Doctor, met girl at coffee shop. Couple dates. Got ghosted for about 3 weeks. She shows up pregnant. A couple months go by and of course we go for an ultrasound. Second post www.reddit.com web link. TL. Doctor, twins. And pregnant one is moving in. This is my last update. Thank you for your kind words and support. So for the past few months, we have been living together. Madness has followed. I noticed that pickles kept disappearing. Leah would be ever so helpful helping me look for them. So there was a pickle thief in the house. Leah couldn't figure it out either. But she swears it wasn't her. How can I doubt a pregnant female who says she didn't eat all the pickles? Chili cheese dog runs at 9 at night? Absolutely. Count me in. Crying because my cat looked at her and licked its paw and it was the cutest thing ever? I got hugs to cure that. Talking to Billy asking if they want to come out. I can ignore that so she doesn't think that I think she is completely crazy. Covered that. We have been living together for a few months now. And her water broke last Saturday. Rushed to the hospital and the usual madness ensued. And a few hours later, there were 2 more people in this world. And to stop all doubts, paternity test was taken. And the crowd at Maury would go nuts. I am the father. So my kiddos were born healthy and happy. We are all home now and spending the holiday at home since family member who were vaccinated got COVID. So just me and my new family. I was a person who never wanted kids. But for the life of me, I can't remember why. I am so full of joy and pride. I have been taking naps with the kiddos and changing diapers. The world is crazy but my little slice of madness keeps me smiling. And I felt that I should put in the final ending of my adventures. Also, because of the first post. My son is named Ben. Have a Merry Christmas Tifu. TL. Doctor, I am the father of the twins from the girl who ghosted me. Update edit, fuck my inbox. Okay. I have gotten paternity test and yes I am the father. I stated this in the post but we'll put it here for clarification. I am the father. The DNA is mine. My daughter is named Scarlett. Sorry I didn't put that in the original post. Also, thank you all for the awards. My inbox is blown to hell and I am trying to respond. But I have 2 other priorities that are taking up my time. I am trying to respond. But everyone is commenting faster than I can type. I will get back to you. Eventually. Update edit 2, sorry for being unclear in my post. I didn't ask Leah to move in with me because she was going to be having my kids. We have been together for 9 months now. And I asked her to move in because I wanted to live with her. We have said I love you to each other and meant it. I meant it and I feel like she did too. We are very happy together and that is what is making it work. Sorry for being unclear. We are in a relationship and in love. So me and my girlfriend were on Discord together bored out of our minds. That's when she came up with the idea to play Among Us. I agreed, and we joined a public lobbies playing together. So in one round I get the engineer role. For those who haven't played Among Us for a while, it's a role where you can vent as a crewmate, and I vent in front of her. She freaks out and presses the button and snitches on me, telling the people I was an imposter. They didn't believe her and they skipped. I then told her on VC that if I was the imposter I wouldn't even kill her because that's messed up. She on the other hand said I would murder you first if I was the imposter. So next round I'm the imposter. I killed her first and I started laughing because she was so surprised by it. So I began to finish the round off by winning. After I won, I continued to laugh about how she was so unaware of me killing her. Then she got angry at me and told me that I promised I wouldn't kill her as an imposter, so I broke the trust I had with her. I thought she was joking at first because it's Among Us, a game where you have to lie. She then said things like, "What kind of boyfriend is that? You're just like my ex. You shouldn't be laughing, that proves you don't care about me." So I argued back with her telling her it was a game about fucking beans and she's getting so worked up over it. We kinda yelled at each other on VC which led to her breaking up with me because she couldn't trust me anymore. What the fuck? I need better friends. I've never smoked weed. Ever. In fact, I haven't taken any mind-altering drugs ever, including alcohol. So I let my good friend know that. He being the generous stoner he is, tells me that he got me covered. I say fuck it, sure. I go to his place and we get set up. He brings some snacks and pulls out his collection of spaceship-looking bongs and a small jar. I asked him where the weed was and he told me that no one smokes straight-up plant anymore and that oil is the way to go. First fuck up was not realizing what that meant. He fires up a lighter that works like a blowtorch and heats it up and then scoops up some of the wax. He takes a hit to show me how to do it. He then tells me that since it's my first time, 3 hits should be enough. Second fuck up. The big one. I basically take what I later learned to be 3 fat dabs, as people apparently call it, within 30 seconds. He congratulates me on not coughing for whatever fucking reason and starts laughing like a maniac. I ask him if I did something wrong and he assured me that I didn't and to strap in for the ride. For like a solid minute I was all good and didn't feel anything. Then the TV screen started to look a little funny and the text seemed a little bolder. I decided to look at my hands and holy shit. It looked like I was a cartoon or animation character. It was like I was playing a FPS video game or something. My hands almost had an outline like it was drawn. I extended my arms and it looked like I was stretching beyond my physical limits. I could not remember what I was thinking 10 seconds ago. It was like I was living life in 10-second increments. We were watching a movie and whenever the scene would change, I would completely forget what happened in the last scene. He then told me that it would be a good idea to dim the lights and turn on his LED light strip. It had a function where it would change color and flash based on the beat of the music that's playing. I laid on the bed and watched the lights change and listened to some good music. I shit you not, I was probably on the bed watching the lights for at least an hour and a half. At first the lights were just flashing but as I watched it more and more, every flash turned into a bloom of fractals that felt like they were physically touching me and controlling my breathing and heartbeat. Anyways, after a while I get hungry and spread some Nutella on a sliced bread. I put it in my mouth and within 30 seconds, I'm in tears. It just tastes so fucking good. My friend asks me if I'm okay and why I am crying. All that came out of my mouth was Nutella is God. What I really meant was that it tasted like I consumed a piece of divinity, like God himself blessed my taste buds. I was slurping that shit like a 4-year-old eating fries. After a while, I fell asleep and woke up feeling fine. I wasn't ready to be that high. TLDR, my friend gave me, a weed-smoking virgin, way too high of a dose and got me high enough to worship Nutella.